hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, we're only 53 days away from kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is Hometown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. Hometown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, welcome in, everybody, and good afternoon. I'm Carson Ward here for the Arkansas Sports Network. I am joined by the Gentry Pioneers and head coach Tyler Clark. That's correct?
Yes, sir.
So, Coach Clark, thank you for being here today. We appreciate you coming and bringing your guys. We're excited to hear about your football team. Just start off by telling me a little bit about your program, just an overview of where you see your team coming into this season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things happening in our program. We graduated a lot of kids last year, and last year was my first year as the head coach. I had been there previously 2 years as a coordinator, and so it was really neat to see our kids kind of take on a new vibe and kind of jump in head first and buy into what we were doing. We lost a lot of kids from last year's team, but I think that we've got a ton of kids coming up this year that are going to be really impactful and do a really good job for us this year. They've done a great job in the weight room. They've done a great job in off season. They've been working hard, and I can't wait till we get to the fall.
So tell me a little bit about your schedule this season. You guys obviously play, like a lot of the teams that we've seen today, in a tough area. Northwest Arkansas is extremely talented and has been for some time now. So just tell me a little bit about how you scheduled your non-conference, and then going into conference play, how you see the outlook on that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a really good league. As far as the teams around here go, there's some good teams in our league. I mean, Elkins played for a state title last year. Gravett was, I think they got beat in the first round of the playoffs, but they were a good football team last year, and they will be again this year. Prairie Grove won a playoff game. We won a playoff game. Like, there's good football in our league. And then non-conference-wise, we play Stillwell, Oklahoma, Pea Ridge, and Hackett. And, the way we schedule those, like Stillwell's a good football team. I don't think they ended up doing great last year, and I was shocked to see that because I thought they were a really good football team. They impressed me when we played them. And then Pea Ridge is a bigger school than us, but it's good to go challenge yourself and kind of see where you stack up against someone who's, probably got double the numbers that you do when it's hot outside, see how tough your kids are. And then Hackett, you never know. They're always I feel like they're always going to be competitive. So I feel like we have a pretty good non-conference schedule that leads us into our conference slate, and then we lead off with Elkins. The first 4 games are going to be a pretty good gauge of where we're at and where we need to go from there.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys do day in and day out to build the culture and to really prepare yourselves going into the season, as far as what you guys do in practice, how you've brought together a coaching staff, just things like that are going to help you guys win some football games.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I guarantee you everyone who's sat in the seat today has said it, and I'm sure that they mean it, but when I tell you I think we have the best coaching staff probably in this state, like, I mean it. We've got some really, really good football coaches. And so, a lot of it comes from the sharing of ideas in the office and where we've been and what worked, what didn't work, and then, relaying it to our kids. And our kids, I'm proud to have the culture that we have because, being a Gentry Pioneer has a little bit to do with how good you are on the field, no doubt. But it has a lot more to do with how hard do you work and how often do you show up. Like, that's your value to our team. And our kids have bought into that. They work hard. I mean, it's been really fun to watch. And last year's seniors did a great job of kind of setting that culture. And, it's going to be this group of seniors' job to kind of take that to the next level, as it will be the kids that are juniors this year, next year. They've got to keep improving and and keep on adding to that culture piece. But the culture that was set and laid partially because of the guys that are in this room are one of the reasons we won a playoff game last year for the first time in 30 years. I think good things are happening, and I think they're going to continue to happen as long as our kids stay bought in, and as long as we have, an administration that stays bought in, which they are right now. Our administration's great. Our parents are great. The whole community, it's nothing but positive stuff going on in Gentry, Arkansas right now.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about your community and about what it's like playing under the Friday Night Lights in Gentry. I mean, that's, it's community is so important to a high school football team. So just tell me a little bit about what's going on in Gentry in that regard.
Well, we're growing, and that's always going to have, add a little bit of excitement. The facility, we've had a lot of facilities upgrades in Gentry recently, and that, of course, adds excitement. And, we have really good kids and that work hard, and our town knows that they work hard. And so people want to come out and support kids that are doing right in the classroom, that are doing right off the football field, that are busting their butts in the weight room, that are doing everything they can on the field. People want to come and support that. And so it's fun to see those things. And the community was a huge part of, one of the biggest things I think that, and you can ask the kids about it, that I think is probably different from previous years as to where last year and this year is the way we coach our kids. We coach our kids hard. That doesn't mean we're just running around like psychos all the time, but we have high expectations, and they know that. And when they don't meet those, we got to do something about it. And our kids have bought into it. Our parents have bought into it. Our community as a whole has bought into it, and that's why we're starting to see some success now. So it's exciting.
All right, Coach. Well, I'm going to go ahead and have you introduce these two players you got here that are coming up.
You bet.
And then we'll get them up here.
Yeah, so our quarterback, Talon Williams, outstanding ball player, only played half the year last year. He broke his ankle against Elkins, but put up some crazy numbers, threw for, I believe, 6 touchdowns against DeWitt in the first round. And then Aiden Eller, he's a nose for us and plays a little bit of offensive line, but mainly defensive line. He's pretty special. He takes up 2, most of the time takes up 3. So I'll let you talk to them.
All right.
Check.
All right, guys. So just go ahead and introduce yourselves and what position you play.
I'm Talon Williams. I play QB.
I'm Aiden Eller, and I'm defensive lineman.
All right, so you guys obviously are 2 big impact players on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. Tell me a little bit about, starting with you, Talon, about what you guys do as far as X's and O's on offense, and then we'll go to the defensive side.
So, we take pride in running the ball. We're going to run the ball. That's what we do. And some intermediate throwing stuff, just short stuff, kind of getting down the field, and that sets up the deep shots. So that's really the bread and butter right there, just kind of setting up the deep shots, running the ball.
And then defensively, what do you guys do as far as just your scheme and how you guys play?
So we run like a 3-3 stack, and pretty much what everyone's told to do is pretty much hammer the dude right in front of you. You're going to win this rep. Like, got to have that mentality, to win.
So tell me a little bit about playing for Coach Clark and playing at Gentry. Just a little bit about, he said I believe he said he just got there last season, correct? So tell me a little bit about playing for him last season and then going into this season, what your expectations are for this year.
Yeah, playing for Coach Clark and all our coaches are fun. They love us off the field. We have fun with them off the field. But then whenever it's time to work, we know it's time to work, and the coaches and players all know that. And expectation is better than last year. The expectation shouldn't be to go win one playoff game. It should go deep into the playoffs, far into November and December.
Yeah, I agree. The expectation is just going to keep going up each year, and we want to raise the bar high and be the ones to set the bar high.
So obviously you guys have high expectations for this team and for this season. tell me about what it would take from you guys as far as just preparation or maybe what you guys do on a weekly basis during the season to make a deep playoff push.
Yeah, I think, it's easy at the start of the season to every week, be locked into the meetings that you're going to, practice hard every day. But once you get deeper into the season, week 9, week 10, first round of the playoffs, it's the home stretch. Like, it gets long throughout the season, but you gotta know what the end goal is and just keep working hard all the way throughout the season.
Yeah, I think it starts in the weight room. You got to be strong to be able to stay strong throughout the whole entire year, and just build off of that.
So tell me just a little bit about what your guys' practices look like, because everybody does it differently. You talked about the weight room a little bit and how you guys get active in there, but tell me about what a practice is like at Gentry.
Well, right now during the summer, the junior high practices with us, so we have junior high on one end, either doing offense or defense, and we're the other. So that's what the summer looks like, and during the season, it's just almost same thing. Junior high doesn't practice with us during the season, but it's still split up off half the practice offense, half the practice defense, and you go indo, and then you go team, all that. So I think that just prepares us well to be able to set up for that Friday night.
Yeah, we go like high intensity, high effort throughout the whole entire day.
All right. Well, if there's anything else you guys want to say about your program, you can go ahead.
Oh, just go Nears.
Yep. All right. We can go ahead and pass it off to your teammates here. All right. If you would go ahead and introduce yourselves and what position you play.
My name's Tyler Now, and I play receiver.
I'm Philip Thompson. I play safety.
So just tell me a little bit about what you guys do, what it's like for you guys to play at Gentry under Coach Clark, just each of you.
Yeah, playing under Coach Clark, it's definitely different than what it's been past years. I mean, there's definitely a higher level of intensity that he's setting, and just the standard, it's way higher. And I feel like him coaching us is just like way different experience than we've had with past coaches. I mean, he definitely like goes down to a deeper level of explaining, make sure you understand it. He's not going to let you not understand something.
I'm going to completely agree with what Tylen had to say, but Coach Clark is a lot different from previous coaches, way completely. But he's a big difference from what we used to be and has made our team what we are now.
So I want to know how you guys feel about playing in Northwest Arkansas specifically, because this is a competitive region. I mean, it really is. There's so many talented teams here. So just tell me a little bit about what it's like playing in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, you don't have a week off hardly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that playing here in Northwest Arkansas, it's definitely better for us considering the teams we play. I mean, you got Gravette, you got Elkins, Prairie Grove. Those are like top teams in our conference. And I just think that it definitely tests us like mentally on what we're able to do, just like not give up, be like, oh, they just scored, it's probably over. But no, it definitely gives us like a very mental challenge.
Yeah, it's a big mental challenge on some of our games, like Gravette, Elkins. They were our biggest challenges over the season. Green Forest, they're all right, I guess, to me personally, at least their offense. But I don't really know what else there is.
So what would you guys say is the expectation for Gentry football this season?
I think this season our expectation is just to set the bar, stay above that bar, and if not, then just give 110%. Like, even if you know that, like, you say you ran a wrong route or something, just give 110%. Just at least know that you are willing to give that much effort. And I think that, coming off last season, we're expected to be better, and I think that we will be able to reach that goal.
Our goal is pretty high this year, which we're hoping to get higher in the playoffs. Everything that we couldn't do last year, make more history than we ever did. But our defense is looking decent. Our secondary, we have a few things to work on, but other than that, we're looking good.
All right, unless there's anything else that you want to say about your program, we're going to go ahead and pass it off to your teammates over here.
I'm good.
All right.
Pioneers.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourselves and what position you play.
Jackson Holt, wide receiver, kicker, tight end.
Owen Foreman, wide receiver and cornerback.
So, guys, I've asked this question to all your other teammates, but I like to hear other people's perspectives on the coach. So, just tell me what it's like playing at Gentry and what it's like playing for Coach Clark.
It's changed a lot from past years. Like Coach Bigham, for instance, he was our head coach 2 or 3 years ago now. He was a good coach, but Coach Clark has definitely set the bar a lot higher, pushed us a lot harder, and obviously the results have showed.
Yeah, I think Coach Clark's a great coach, and he definitely pushes us to the best we can be at all times, and he's definitely a very positive role model for everyone on the team, and he's a very good coach for us.
Looking back on last season, you guys had some success, but what did you guys learn maybe from last season that you guys are going to use coming into this next season to make yourselves better?
I feel like what we lacked in the past years was dedication. And I think with our coaching staff and how they pushed us and what they showed us that, dedication can go a long way and being bought in can go a long way. That's what helped us with our success last year.
Yeah, I think that if we need to, I don't know. What was the question?
Just what did you guys learn from last season going into this season that will help you guys?
Oh, yeah. I think it'll help us. I don't know, really.
What do you guys do as far as going into team camps and 7-on-7s and stuff like that during the summer that prepares you guys for the regular season?
I think we've been to 3 7-on-7s now, a couple team camps, and we just really try to keep the thought that this is like a game mindset, like push yourself 110% the whole time, don't give up, and yeah.
We have a few 7-on-7s, some team camps. We're just going to go compete, play as hard as we can, and learn as much as we can on the go.
So tell me what it's like playing in Gentry under the Friday night lights there. Obviously, it's a one-of-a-kind experience at every school, but just explain to me a little bit about what it's like playing at Gentry.
I've grown up in Gentry my whole life. It's come from a very small town to a probably decent size now, and our fans are just amazing. They always show up. They always pull through, and, they're there to support, and that's what they're there for.
Yeah, we have a great community. I can't wait for the season.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys do as far as offensively and defensively. Are you more aggressive? Are you going to run the ball and or pass the ball more? Obviously, we've touched on it a little bit, but just go a little bit in depth, if you will, on that.
I'm from different from last year. Talon got hurt. We had a lot of pass schemes put in, but we had to change that because Talon got hurt, and we had to put Bennett at quarterback. And he's a runner. He's big, he's strong, so he liked to run the ball a lot. But this year, I think we're probably going to be about 50-50, and just see what gets us where.
Yeah, we're definitely going to run the ball a lot to open up the pass game for sure, and we're just going to drive down the field as hard as we can.
All right. Well, if there's anything else that you guys want to say, you're welcome to it. But other than that, I think we're good to go.
Go Nears.
All right. Good to have y'all here today. We're good. That's it for today. We're going to sit down real quick. All right.
All right. Bill's going to jump in here with us. All right. right. Well,
yeah.
so, man, we had a great day today. I mean, this was, honestly, this day was better than expected. We want to say thank you to Gentry. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah, y'all really did a great job there, and looking forward to seeing how these teams stack up against each other. What do we have? 4 from the 4A1, I believe.
We had Gentry. We had Elkins. We had Gravett.
And
So we
Green
had at
Forest.
least 3. So Green Forest is 4, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else that we're missing? Just thinking about it.
Not from that conference, I don't.
So
believe.
half that conference there, all but one of their playoff teams from last year. It's always a fun conference to watch. We had 3 out of the 7A West come in. We had a few out of the 3A1. We had 1 out of the 4A4. Just overall great day here at Fayetteville High. What were some of the takeaways you had from this today?
For me, it was that conference, that big conference. We had 4 of them come in today, and everybody had something to say about each other. And everybody's looking like we have to get past Elkins. We need to get past Gravett. We need to get past Gentry. And you're seeing the dichotomy going on within that conference. Yeah. And that's going to be a fun conference to watch this year.
By the way, Bill has been our executive producer for a while. He was also with us early on especially. And he's back, and he's half the man he used to be, right? Or at least a third.
A third, maybe, yeah.
Or 2/3 of the man he used to be, because he lost a third there. But it's good to have you back today.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Carson, what were some of your takeaways?
We interviewed a lot of winners today, a lot of very successful programs. And I talked about this the last time we kind of did our wrap-ups on our other 2 segments, but I was just so impressed by some of these teams. Talk about Tommy Tice at Farmington, Casey Dick at Fayetteville, and then we just had Gentry and we had Gravett, and those are all winning programs, and the list could go on because we've had so many today. So just to be able to talk to some of the people who are the best at what they do is really, really an incredible privilege.
Absolutely. And so we want to remind you that tomorrow we're going to be at Little Rock, and we've got a full day at Little Rock and lots of winning coaches coming in. Tomorrow will actually be much busier than even today was. So it's going to be an interesting day. We're at Jonesboro and Camden on Wednesday. We're at Hot Springs and Van Buren on Thursday. And then we finish up with Clinton on Friday. If you want to know about Arkansas high school football here in the state of Arkansas, I'm telling you, you should learn something this week, for sure.
You know, last year I remember starting this season, we had the kickoff classic that we did, and it just seems like before we knew it, we were halfway through the season. And right now we're a little over 50 days away from kickoff of the 2025 football season. And I just know tomorrow after we get through the Little Rock session, we're going to feel like we're halfway through the season, and I'm excited for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we may be beaten, battered, and bruised by the time this week is over with all of the traveling and everything that's going to come along with it. But, you know, we love talking high school football and high school sports around the state and highlighting students. And, you can't even count the amount of students that got a chance to highlight their teams and themselves a little bit and get to know who they are here around the state. And that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, you know, it's what we do here at ASN. It's, you know, spotlighting athletes and making sure that teams that usually don't have a voice get a voice. You know, so it's just part of what we do, and you know, it's a fun thing to be a part of, really. And so, you know, we're gonna, like you said, I think we talked about it earlier. We're gonna see tomorrow. We're gonna see 2A and we're gonna see 7A in the same day.
Yeah, and
we saw some. I think the lowest we went today was 3A, but we went from 3A to 7A today.
Yeah. So,
you know, it's really great to get a whole idea of what football is like at every level. Mm-hmm. And so it's just going to be a new kind of thing that we're doing, but I'm really excited to see where it unfolds by the end of the week.
Last thing, real quick, if you want to sponsor, we've still got opportunities to sponsor. Message us at arsportsnet@gmail.com or message us on Facebook on the Messenger. And if you'd like to throw some help our way, we'd be glad for that. But it's going to be a great week, and we're going to travel a lot of miles throughout the state, and we're glad to do it. Because
we're going to eat a little bit of barbecue along the way, too.
Listen, when it comes to me, there's no doubt about it.
Chicken wings and barbecue.
There's going to be chicken wings and barbecue. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's just who we're known for. That's what we do.
Hey, look, let us know in the comments or messages. Eastern Arkansas, Southern Arkansas, what barbecue place should we go to? Seriously.
There you go.
We'll come over. We'll come over and eat if we can, if time allows it, because barbecue places have different hours than a lot of restaurants do. But if we can make it over there, we will. So, in fact, I'll just tell you, our travel itinerary is tomorrow night after Little Rock. We'll have a crew going to Camden and a crew going to Jonesboro, getting ready for those two on Wednesday. And then after that, we will come back out of those two places. The Camden crew will go to Hot Springs, and the Jonesboro crew will go to Van Buren. And you can't
That's
get
a good haul.
You can't get much further than Van Buren and Jonesboro away from each other. So we're going to see the state, and then again, finally at the end of it, we're going to end in Clinton.
There you go.
And we'll see what happens from there. So if you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. For Bill, Carson, Justin over here pushing the buttons, I'm Brad, saying so long for day one right here from Northwest Arkansas. We will be in Central Arkansas tomorrow doing the same thing. We'll see you then.
It's so hot, you're going to think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.